There was a time when I listened to him like a student, not just to learn English, but to borrow his lens on the world. His confidence was contagious, his argument sharp, his vision consistent. He didn't just teach grammar, he embodied a system, a belief in collective freedom, a rejection of inherited power, a passion for justice shaped by history, not by heaven. That was 13 years ago. Since then, we've only shared fragments, the occasional message, photo, birthday wish. But then, out of the blue, he messaged me with words that were sharp again, but this time different. So what do you think about Korea's new president? Jail, assassination, impeachment, suicide? It wasn't just sarcasm, it was a real question, a question from someone who had seen too much and was not standing inside the very structure he had once defended. He wasn't just judging a politician, he was experiencing the world he believed in and asking me, does it work? Can it survive? And I didn't answer with signs. I answered with a structure that when power becomes the standard, truth becomes negotiable. That when evidence is dismissed, not because it's false, but because it's inconvenient, justice dies in silence. And I said something I needed to say. I lived that way too. I believed I had the right to define what was right. I trusted my feelings more than any standard. I claimed freedom, but I was a slave to myself. And I realized, so had he, not in a hypocritical way, but in the most honest way possible. He had lived what he taught. He had hoped it would bring liberation, and now he was seeing the cost. His question wasn't theoretical, it was lived. It was grief in the form of a joke. It was honesty dressed as cynicism, and I saw it. So I didn't try to fix him. I didn't preach it to him. I just spoke into the collapse because I recognized it. He hasn't replied, and I understand. Because sometimes, when a structure breaks down around you, you don't speak. You listen to the silence. And maybe you begin to hear your own voice in it. Lord, I thank you for giving me ears, not just to listen, but to recognize collapse. I thank you that you didn't ask me to win this conversation, but to witness it. I thank you that he was honest enough to let his grief show. And I thank you that I was no longer living as my own king, so I could speak without defending a throne. Let this silence become a seed. Let this moment become memory, and let memory become mercy. Soli Deo Gloria.